This is the Tier 10 Soviet tech dream medium, the T-62A, a vehicle that a lot of you have been patiently waiting for me to make a review on after the changes of Update 10.3. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't reviewed it yet. I've just been preoccupied with all the other tanks, so I've just been putting it off. But today is the day that I'm going to be reviewing the vehicle. We're going to be talking about the changes that occurred to the tank, if I agree with the changes, disagree, all that kind of stuff. So let's start off with the gun changes. This vehicle features 3,200 DPM if you're running calibrated, around 3,450 if you're running rammer. It did lose damage per minute. It used to be at like almost 3,700. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate in that area, but I don't think the DPM loss is the end of the world, just because of the fact this isn't a tank that fully relies on the damage per minute, and it still features a very fast 6.2 second reload because it's such a low alpha. Speaking of the alpha, it used to be 310, got changed to 330. I like this. This is a nice in-between. It means that you will now trade equally with a lot of mediums that have 350 alphas, while out-trading vehicles that have 310, like the Object 140, 907, T22. So yeah, I actually like the way that the gun on this vehicle was changed. Although the aiming time and dispersion aren't the best, I will admit that. The on-movement dispersion is pretty mediocre. So yeah, overall, the gun is solid, but I wouldn't say it's anything like a Leopard 1 when it used to be. If you guys remember, just maybe a year ago, the 62A had .272 dispersion. So yeah, the vehicle from its all-time high is still, I don't think, there anymore. But still an absolutely fantastic vehicle. In terms of mobility, I don't think the vehicle changed. It's still got a really good top speed of 55, solid power to weight, and a ridiculous amount of traverse speed. 80 degrees a second. Like, what? Yeah, so the vehicle's pretty solid there. The major change that a lot of people want to hear about is the armor change. So I'm going to pull up Armor Inspector really quick, and here we go. This is what the 62A's armor looks like. Yeah, I know, you were probably expecting that upper plate to be red, and I was too the first time I looked at it. I'm even running enhanced armor on the vehicle, so nobody can say that I'm not. Yeah, honestly, the upper plate's just not as strong as you would think. Don't get me wrong, it got a big buff, but people were making it out to be like this vehicle's armor was impervious. I mean, it's strong, don't get me wrong, but yeah, on flat ground, you're not getting bounces. Even angled, this mid plate is still a very easy penetration. So yeah, I mean, if you're not running Cali, it'll be a bit harder to pen, but since I run Cali, it's not going to be a problem for me at all. Hull down is where the armor is going to be solid. Like using gun depression, even loading heat, the 62A's upper plate is upwards of 380. So this is where the armor will be super duper solid. Even taking off enhanced armor, it's not going to matter. So yeah, gun depression wise, it'll be solid. The turret cheeks are decent. They're about 280 to 300, 280. So if you are not running Cali on your medium, it's going to be very hard to actually cut through the 62A turret cheeks. But overall, the armor is very strong, but only going to be strong if you're using it hull down. On flat ground, you might get the occasional bounce, but for the most part, if you try to angle the hull to get a bounce, your side armor is just going to be an overmatch, which is what I find very easy to pen most of the time on 62As. So yeah, the armor is very, very solid, but I think people are a bit misconstrued on the overall capabilities of this vehicle's armor profile. They think it's like an E50M, when in reality, it's more like a less armored T54. Here we are in our first game. Up against us, what do we have? Well, in terms of mobility, an E50M and an FEV for 202. In terms of heavies, they have an AMX 50B, IS-7, mouse. They got a lot of nasties. I'm going to try and make my way aggressive. Hopefully my team supports me. I've had a lot of games on Port Bay where my team just doesn't help me and I get rushed and die immediately. But I'm going to use the good mobility this vehicle has, make it right into the front line here. And we'll see. I'm actually not seeing anybody here. Interesting. There's a 268 in the front. Let's get a nice hatching shell into his vehicle. The FE4 202 has decided he's not going to play super aggressive. There's the 268 V4. We got the E50M off to the side. Alright. Let's get a shot into the E50M. But great example, by the way, of the on-movement dispersion this vehicle features. It's not very good. I mean, that was a pretty unfortunate shot that missed there. So we're going to aim it on the E50M again. He pens us, but we pen him back. We do have our adrenaline on, so we should be able to out-DPM his vehicle. Let's just get another shell out. But yeah, good example here of the armor kind of on flat grounds. Like, it's solid, don't get me wrong. It is very, very solid, but you're not going to get too many bounces with it. So this E50M is basically dead. I'm just going to poke him real quick, and we're going to finish him off. There you go. Nice. Not really sure what that player was honestly thinking to be real. We got the 268 version 4 off to the side, and we got a mouse camping in the back. Well, let's just ignore the mouse for now. Let's push up over here. The V4 shot, which means if we stay off to his side and we use that quick 6-second reload, we can get another pen into his vehicle for another 300 alpha. And ya gone. Alright, not too bad at all. Let's back up. The mouse is going to shoot us and pen. We're just going to pen him in the lower plate in the process. I don't know where the 268 is, but we're going to try and get another pen real quick into that mouse. Let's just aim in, and... unfortunate. The .326 dispersion on this vehicle is a bit of a downside. It's not bad, but it's definitely nothing I would say, yeah, again, good example there. It's not bad, but it's nothing that I would pin as incredible either. 268 is going to be off to the side, so we're going to push wide down low to... Actually, you know what? The I-7 is not even a threat right now. We're just going to drive right over. We're going to get a shell into the 50B once. Oh boy, don't want to be shot by the 268. So we're going to chill right here. Let's get another shell into the enemy 50B. One thing people don't know about the 50B is that it has such bad armor, you can literally overmatch it at any angle. Now, we do get shot by the enemy 268, but doesn't really matter to me, let's be real. The 268 is going to die. The 50B is a one-shot who we're going to aim in on, and he shoots at my 4202 once. We're going to just try and clear him here. Bonk, there you go. Easy shot. You can almost guarantee 9 times out of 10 you'll beat somebody like that to the draw. So, pretty solid game for the first battle, 4,100 damage, and yeah, I mean, not a bad battle, but you know what's funny? I don't think we used the armor at all in that entire battle. Did we get one bounce? I don't actually think we did. The mouse fired an HE shell at us the second game, so that didn't matter. Or not the second game, the second shot. So, yeah, we actually blocked 0 damage that entire game. Rather unfortunate, but it is a good example to showcase that, for the most part, it didn't really make too much of a difference for me and the playstyle in the vehicle. But hey, we did a lot of damage. We got 4,000 out, which is pretty solid. The gun still feels nice, but you did notice that on-movement dispersion felt a little mediocre when shooting at the side of the E50M while getting the position. It also felt a little mediocre when shooting at... I don't remember what it was, but we shot at somebody on the side. Maybe it was the 50B. But yeah, the gun definitely feels a bit mediocre in terms of dispersion, which I would still like to see buffed. I don't know why it's not like .308. That's a pretty solid value to have for an alpha like this. Alright, well, we are going to make our way directly into the bush in front. We have a bat chat up against us and a Patton. Okay, well, the Patton's not the fastest medium, so if it does try crossing, we might be able to... get a shell out. I didn't mean to block that leopard. I didn't know if he was going to go here or not, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Let's see. Hello, is anybody here? Well, Chieftain's just going to go right in. And honestly, that's fine with me, because if the Chieftain goes in, that allows me to push up and cause a bit of mayhem if he doesn't get spotted. That's the nice thing about sometimes teammates just going for it, is it gives you the opportunity to play aggressive. So we know something capped B. Not sure what. Could have been the Patton, as the Patton is not spotted, but again, I'm not exactly sure what capped the base. Oh, it was indeed the Patton. Oh boy. Nope. Nope. Okay. Alright, well, we got a bat chat here. That's obviously pretty important. Alright, let's get a shell into the Patton. There you go. I'm not sure if the FE2 and 5B is going to push for us or what. Let's get another shell into the Patton. There you go. Nice shot. Alright, we're getting some big bonks out, some big bleeds. Let's reload. Let's see. I know that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh, that's not what I want. All right, let's just chill right here. We might be able to hold this off. Come on. Poke it. I need support. I'm hoping that this bat chat supports me, but right now it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Let's be real. Let's spin out the enemy bat chat. Oh, okay, good. Not bat chat, sorry. I just missed up all my words there. Let's get a shell into the 57 heavy, and where we tracked him is actually pretty solid for us. There you go. Teammate finishes him off. We get a bounce from the Patton, which is also very, very solid. And the bat chat's just going to kind of kill himself here. So let's get a shell into the bat chat. There you go. Nice. Now we're going to back up. I'm going to finish the enemy Patton. Oh, I guess my teammate is. But that doesn't matter. We still get the clears, which is all that's really important. This was a tricky game. This was a very tricky game. And I know I mixed up my words there a teeny bit on who I was calling who. But not a bad battle so far. We get a pen into the minnow. I don't know if he has another shot. I'm not going to risk it, though. If our leopard wants to go, yes, leopard, go, go, go. All right, let's see if we can get another shell in. Nice, we do. I don't think the minnow has another shell, so I'm going to push right on up. Let's see if we can get a shell. Nice, there you go. Clear into the enemy tank there. We got the minnow still off to the side. He's going to turn. We're going to get a nice shell. Light him on fire as well. Big chunk of damage there. All right, let's load in a heat shell. Minnow bounces us. Nice. This was a better game for the armor. What? I thought he was on reserve shell. That's unfortunate, bruh. That's one of the things about auto reloaders that you always have to be careful about. You never know if they're on reserve shell or they are, you know, fully dumped, what they are. Thankfully, it doesn't matter because, I mean, the dude only had 50 health. It's not like we missed out on too much damage. Our bat chat's going to finish him off anyway. So, yeah, pretty solid game. We were able to use support from our teammates. I will say a big help to the bat chat. The Chieftain made a proper move early game, pushing up, spotting. And the Leopard on our team was a solid player as well. It helped us. That was actually a good team effort. You notice I was a little nervous there that the bat chat was just going to leave and screw me. When you have teammates that support you, when I go and help the bat chat push the rest of the team, because originally when I pushed there, I was like, okay, I might need a bit of help because the 2 and 5B might turn and push me. But when I saw the bat chat, I was like, okay, we can work together and clear this flank. And thankfully, because this bat chat is actually a decent player, I saw he had a professional orange camo, I trusted him enough to support me. And I thought he was going to bail on me, but thankfully he came back and helped me with the 57 heavy. When he did that, the Leopard also helped me. And even though the Leopard didn't do much damage, it was the fact that teammates supported each other. This is a great example on what happens when you actually have proper teamwork. When you don't have proper teamwork, you're going to fall apart. So that's the best way to describe how that game was such an easy win. It could have been a very bad defeat if that bat chat had just ran. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I do think the 62A is solid. We got a lot of bounces that game. We blocked 2,000 damage. I properly angled the vehicle, as you saw, just trying to wiggle it against that 57 heavy, and we did get a bounce from him. We got a bounce from the Patton. I think the bat chat bounces as well. We actually got a lot of bounces there, which is really solid. So much better game to showcase the armor. Overall, the 62A feels very nice. It's just a classic Soviet-style medium. It's basically what if you took a T-54 and brought it to tier 10, which is nice. So I think the tank's great. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the T62A, but I have no complaints about the vehicle. Feels very, very solid. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.